saw on my timeline, Mr.Beast was trending on Twitter again. And I thought, oh great, he made another video where he's accomplished a new milestone. Good on him. Or he's just showing progress on his newest video. That's good. But it was a tweet that he made talking about how he was working on a video where he put two people in a room for 100 days to see if they would win $500,000. And of course, some people had opinions about it, which prompted me to make this video because I think it's so ridiculous. The level of stretching people are willing to go to try to make Jimmy from Mr.Beast look so bad. People who have no lives in general, that they think they have to say something, right? So it all started with this tweet from this dude who says, I don't think Mr.Beast should be allowed to psychologically torture people and call it philanthropy, actually. Now, what's funny is that right off the bat, the tweet assumes that because these people are 100 days in a room, which by the way, he doesn't know what the challenges are going to be. And in fact, Mr.Beast did this challenge before with another individual, except he was in a red circle. He was in a house basically, and a bunch of stuff happened to him. And he was away from his family for a long time. I'm not sure if it was 100 days or 90 days. I'm pretty sure it was the same, 100 days. And the guy ended up succeeding the challenge, and he won, I think it was the same amount of money too. But it's funny that this person right off the bat assumes that he knows exactly what's going on. Psychological torture. He doesn't know what's going on in the video. He doesn't know what props Mr.Beast uses. He doesn't know what the content's going to be about, but they already assume it's psychological torture because all this person knows how to do is try to assume the worst out of him to try to get clicks, to try to get likes. And luckily, more people were commenting about how difficult the challenge would actually be, whether or not they would do it with a friend if given the same option. You know, if they were given the option to do it with a friend, do they think they could do it? Could they accomplish 100 days? And people started responding back to him, which led to this great, articulate rebuttal to everyone's opinion, which was, if you're defending Mr.Beast's honor in my mentions and you're not a fucking kid, you are so pathetic, it's unreal. Never mind that this person, Raviv, has he, they in the bio, and the caption, their bio says, the wolf howling outside your door. Never mind that this person has a pathetic bio for Twitter and is basically a loser. The fact that this guy is getting so butthurt that he feels the need to call everyone else pathetic is actually really pathetic in my opinion. And he got so butthurt from people commenting, hey, I think you're wrong. Someone else had to jump in for him, call a sudden lust for soup. You were correct, and I'm sorry you're getting weird comments from what had to be children trying to defend him. I'm sorry if you think that anyone who disagrees with you is just weird. It's not weird that you have that opinion that, oh, it's psychological torture. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. That's not weird. No. What's weird is people trying to say, hey, it's a contest, and Mr.Beast accounts for everything. Mr.Beast, he has plans. He doesn't let anything go to chance. He basically makes sure that the conditions to do the challenges are safe enough and that the participants are willing to do the challenges. No one's forcing anyone to do anything. In fact, they're giving an opportunity to. But again, because this person is probably coddled, has nothing going on in their life, they have to be defended by these actual weirdos. And he responds, it truly makes me feel sad for them, laughing my ass off. He's not laughing. He's going towards the one person, lust for soup person, which let's check the bio. Let's see what this intelligent person, what they're all about.
Professional amateur. Killjoy. Oh, I agree with that second one. Killjoy. You definitely are Killjoy. Houseplant hoarder. Goth enthusiast. 29.
They, them. How are you 29 and you still use pronouns, bro? Like, how are you 29 and I can trigger you and I can make you mad just by calling you a she? How is it that you're nearly 30 years old and I can offend you by being biologically correct, using your biological gender? How is it that I can use science to make you angry? How sad is that, bro? You've got no life. Here we have someone saying, if there's internet, that's easy. If not, then that's 99 days of suffering. I think that speaks to how we as a generation, Gen Zers, millennials, and Gen Alphas have been so coddled by the internet that because we have this supercomputer in our hands that at one point was more powerful than NASA. We think we're so powerful. We think we're so smart. We think we're better than everybody. And, it has everything we need, and we don't need anything else but just these telephones, these rectangular plates. But if they were taken away from us, oh, it's torture. It's a suffering. Because God forbid you do anything like go to a camp. You know, you've ever been camping? Have you ever been a Boy Scout? Have you ever gone to your family in your summer vacation and not use your phone for a whole summer? What is that? It's like basically like 3 summers without your device so that you can then have $500,000. Now, speaking about extra weirdos, we got this I'm going to pronounce the last part, Juki, this Miss Juki person, Jukai. A multimillionaire creating entertainment by putting people poorer than him through extreme challenges, parentheses, that he'd never do himself to potentially win a fraction of his wealth is twisted. Okay, first of all, you know what's actually entertaining? It's entertaining to know that you don't watch Mr.Beast at all because you're already wrong right off the bat. He'd never do extreme challenges. First of all, he did a video where he was in Antarctica, surviving in Antarctica. He's done a video where he survived in a desert. He's done a video where he survived with his friends stranded at sea. He's done a video where he was in an insane asylum. He's done videos where he has not eaten. To say that Mr.Beast wouldn't do these types of challenges shows that you don't know what you're talking about because you've never even watched him. He does these challenges. You know, he's constantly trying to push his friends to be able to survive challenges. I mean, for a while, he had a series going on where he was helping one of his friends trying to win a challenge, or he encouraged his friend to stay doing the challenge because he would always quit, and eventually he did win a challenge. But again, this is another example of someone being opportunistic because you think he finds joy in people doing extreme challenges. That's the other thing too. Why do people put him and Saw and compare them the same way? I'm sorry, did Saw ever feed people for free? Did Saw ever have food pantries which he would constantly restock? I'm sorry, did Saw ever send shoes to Africa? Did he ever give animal shelters? You know, he's literally help people with animal shelters. I'm sorry, did Saw ever give people their sight back when he helped fund people's eye surgery for the blindness? Did Saw ever give people their hearing back? Again, we're talking about a guy who really your only argument for not liking him is to say, I don't like his content. When you don't even know him, I think shows more about your character and your laziness to not even try to figure out who this guy is. Personally, I think that this challenge is kind of fun considering that there's actually been, this guy actually did the math on the money. 100 days in a room for $500K, that's 2,400 hours without sunlight, but with $208.33 coming in every hour. Imagine complaining about a challenge where you earn, assuming you stay the whole time, you're earning $208 for doing nothing, and you're complaining that, oh, this is psychological torture, this is hurting people, this is taking advantage of people. It's like, you are so dumb. You are so dumb to reduce this down to just, oh, he's hurting people. Again, you've never met Mr.Beast. If you were given that opportunity, you would take his money, because of course you would. Of course you would. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm deriding Mr.Beast, but it just kind of rubs me the wrong way when you see someone who constantly does good, regardless of whether they're rich or not. And by the way, he stated in multiple videos that he constantly goes into debt for his videos and that he puts the money and reinvests it every single time because he wants to make the next video better than the last one. He pays people salaries, people who work for him for salaries. So to say that this is, to make it look like this is a rich guy, so you're basically creating a monster in your mind, creating a monster he's a rich Jigsaw who is trying to psychologically torture people for his entertainment, when that is far from the truth. No one's being forced to do this. He didn't get on the inner comments like,
for millions of years, you have had cancer, and now today, we'll put your physical integrity to the test. Do you have what it takes to win $500,000, or will you die trying? The choice is yours.
Like, he doesn't do that. He literally doesn't do that. He's always giving people the option to participate in the challenges. The one time he does this one where you have to spend 100 days, which, by the way, how much time do people waste for nothing? You guys are the same people who spend hours on Twitter, who put out hundreds of thousands of tweets on Twitter, who stay up doing Twitter beef, who will waste their lives watching meaningless content for nothing. And that's not held into account. That's not torture. But when a guy offers people money for a fun challenge of 2 consenting people, participants, who can get out at any time, they're not forced to stay there. However, that is all of a sudden torture. I think there's something wrong with you. I think there's something psychologically wrong with you. Not to be that guy, but it's losers on the internet hating people because they're rich. Hating the rich simply for the fact of being rich. Never mind the fact that this rich person has helped more people than all of these losers on Twitter will ever do in their entire lives. Never mind the fact that he's changed the lives of millions of people. All right, it's never enough for these folks. Why? Because they can always sit back on, I'm going to reduce what this guy's doing simplistically and not give any context and make him look bad because I have nothing better to do with my life. Dude, you suck. You suck balls. Get a job, get a life, actually donate money. And you know what's funny? You could have a job and you can tell me I donate all my money to charity and that would still not be more than what he's done. Sorry, it's just not. It's just not. You guys are just crybabies. Well, I've never been in a Mr.Beast challenge, but I'm going to complain about it. Bro, how sad must it be to be you, dude? Anyways, that's all I gotta say.